We've had a recent surge in mortgage rates. Now, it's not a minor inconvenience. It's pretty bad. It's a financial blow. It's pushing homeownership further out of reach for many of these young buyers today. I can't imagine being 30 years old today and trying to buy a house, in that generation. The rise is creating an economic barrier. It's just shrinking the dream of homeownership, what everyone wants. Children, my friends' children are all looking to buy right now, and they're having a difficult time, just not able to afford a home. And if this trend continues, it's not just going to slow down the housing market, it could alter the entire landscape of homeownership in America. And I know it's going to make a big difference for 2025, because if monthly payments are climbing by hundreds of dollars, more buyers are going to be sidelined. And the pressure is going to be on the Federal Reserve and the policymakers to take action before housing becomes a luxury that only a few can afford. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, or just if you're really curious about the market or predictions for 2025, you want to listen to this. You want to make smart decisions, say yes? So halfway through, I'm going to give you my advice to home buyers. At the end, I'm going to tell you what you need to be watching out for. All right, let's get started. So what's the big picture out there? Well, mortgage rates are surging and purchasing power just plummeting, right? If I could set the stage for you, imagine interest rates now exceeding 7%, and that jump has then reduced the purchasing power of home buyers by $33,000. So a buyer with a monthly budget of say $3,000 could have afforded a home worth about say $475,000 with a rate that was back in mid-September of 6.11%. Now with the rates above 7, the same buyer can only afford a $443,000 home. That's a big difference. Buyers are getting less house for the money, especially when they have high taxes in these areas, like Upper Dublin, this house for $680,000, and taxes $11,000 a year. Where if you bought a house in Abington, $650,000, those taxes are only $6,000. So not only have to watch for the raising rates, you have to watch where you're going to live and what township in our area, the suburbs of Philadelphia, where the taxes change based on walking over the township line. So why are rates rising? Well, it's not a random thing. When you have economic indicators such as inflation and job data that are signaling a strong economy, that typically leads to higher rates. I just think it's because the election is coming up. I don't think the job data is that great. I know many people losing their jobs right now, and the inflation's out of whack. The things are so high. Everything where we go, it's food and gas and everything is so high. So I'm not sure what's the reason why, but because they are high, buyers are sitting on the sidelines. And investors are nervous as well. They don't know what the government's going to be doing as far as their spending post-election, and that's added volatility to the bond market and feeding right into mortgage rates. So they kind of go together there, right? And then we have the impact on home affordability. So if you have the current rate, say, of 7%, buyers will face, say, an additional $200 a month on their payment on a medium-priced home compared to just a few months ago. For some people, that's enough to make them think twice, maybe sit on the sidelines. And we have statistics from Joel Kahn from the Mortgage Bankers Association. He said that mortgage applications have dropped 27% recently. Buyers are feeling the pressure and they're sitting on the sidelines. I can agree with that. I have plenty of buyers that are just waiting to see. I'm going to wait till next year. Rates will come down and prices are going to come down. I can tell you, good time to buy right now because prices are not coming down for next year. And rates, I hope, do. And that's what I think will happen. That's what they're predicting in most of these banks. So what's the advice for buyers? Is just focus on what you can control. Just look for a home you truly love and try to negotiate, such as on sale price or repairs, because there's a lot of houses out there right now in filling the burbs that need some work, and they don't need much work. It needs to be painting or cabinet hardware or some lighting. People aren't just, if you don't do something, buyers aren't just going to buy it, and buyers want everything moved in, right? So if you focus on what you love and something you can actually do something with, like fix it up, paint it, or update a bathroom or a kitchen, they're the homes that you have access to right now. And those homes are going to go up in price next year because rates are out of our hands, but the aspects of a sale aren't and what you can buy. So approach this with a strategy, thinking long-term value, because buying now will make better sense for your budget if prices go up. Now, this might sound easy to say, oh, just buy a home now when you've been looking for like 8 months to a year. But in 2025, my prediction is going to be worse unless interest rates come down to a steady 5.5% or below, because people aren't moving. These empty nesters are just staying put. But if they go down under 5.5, then I think we'll have some movement from these empty nesters who are just staying put. So it will mean that more people will put their homes on the market, but still the competition is going to be fierce. My buyers lost out on a home, $45,000 over asking with a cash buyer. They're still out there, guys. So that's my advice for home buyers. Buy now if you can find something and plan on doing some work to the house. Don't be looking for that move-in condition home. You're going to pay way overpriced for them. So before I get into sellers, as a top producing broker here and a leader of a team here in Philadelphia, in the suburbs of Philadelphia, and in South Jersey, I can tell you things are slowing down. They have slowed down, but it depends on where you live. So if you contact me below, I can give you information about what's going on in your market, my free books, or just give me if you just wanted some advice on whether the real estate market is going to be good for you in 2025, just give me a ring. So what do you sellers need to know right now? So if you're selling, there are buyers out there, but they're really looking for homes in great condition. I kind of said that before. They want to just move right in. But you buyers know, like I said, that's not really the best thing to think about right now. So I can report that those types of homes that are move-in conditions, they're really attracting offers. But that's what I do. If you look at tons of my videos on what we do to put homes on the market at really inexpensive, low-cost fix-ups to get you these better prices, because homes that don't do anything to them, they're just sitting and they're just reducing the prices. The market has become very selective when prices and interest rates and the money they're spending goes high. So you got to position your home so you can still appeal to the buyers, okay? So get my book, both of my books, and watch some of my videos on that, New Home Sellers. So somebody has asked me recently, what's the role of the upcoming election? Election is today. And an interesting twist would be, who wins this election? Because the mortgage rates tend to rise ahead of elections as investors become cautious about economic policy changes. But in this election, affordability becomes a key issue. Voters are keenly aware of the cost of housing. Both major political parties, they've been pledged to address housing affordability. Democrats say they're pushing to affordable housing development, while Republicans aim to lower mortgage rates by tackling inflation and regulatory cost, which sounds good to me. So they also have this swing state effect. I read this in an article. There's a swing state effect about swing state home prices, because statistics are showing that in the key swing states, 5 out of 7 have home prices below the national median. Now, I live in one of the swing states, Pennsylvania, and that's going to impact voter attitudes, as affordability is especially on the minds of these swing state voters, right? These states that more closely mirror pricing in the red states than in the blue states. It's very interesting. Now, this might influence federal housing policies in a unique way in these areas. So we'll see what happens. So what do we need to watch out moving forward? Looking ahead, all eyes are on the Federal Reserve, this election. Will the Fed make a significant interest rate cut, or will it be small? The market is waiting for answers, and the Fed's decision could bring some relief to the mortgage rates or could keep them high if they choose a conservative approach. And buyers and sellers and real estate professionals alike should watch this closely. It's going to set this tone for the real estate market in the coming months. So what's your take? How are these changes impacting your plans to buy a home or sell a home? Please comment below. Your comments mean a lot to me. I will get back to you. I have tons of links below to get information and tons of videos you can watch on my site. So whether you're buying or selling, just stay informed. Drop your thoughts. Let me know. And if you thought this video was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it. I could use your subscriptions. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of Thanksgiving. I am definitely committed to bringing you honest real estate insights into the housing market. No sugarcoating here. So just facts. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.